Om Shanti and good morning, viewers.
Good morning, everyone.
First of all, we wish our viewers very happy Dushera. May this Dushera bring and shower the blessings of happiness, love, peace, and lots of success. Om Shanti. Dear viewers, we are here to share the very important deep secrets and also the spiritual significance of Dushera festival. Dushera or Vijayadashmi is one of the greatest festival of India. Beheading of 10-headed Ravan, or the victory of Sri Rama over Ravana, or victory of good over evil. As we all know, people in India, especially devotees, they celebrate it a lot of pomp and splendor with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm by performing pujas, doing rituals, and accomplish this festival by burning the effigy of Ravan later in the evening. This is how, on the path of devotion, people celebrate Dushera.
Oh, wonderful.
Now, we are here and we have Babul Bhai with us, who is going to explain us about Dushera from spiritual perspective and also from the knowledge point of view. Babul Bhai, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, Bhaiji.
Thank you very much.
First of all, tell us about who is Rama, Sita, and Ravana. Also, with regard to this Ravan, our viewers have got so many questions.
Right.
Did he really die? Or was he really killed by Ravana? If he was killed, if he been dead, then why these people every year they burn the effigy of Ravan by making it bigger and bigger every year? According to scriptures, is shown that Ravan lived let alone the ordinary common people, but he used to cause or create lot of sorrow, lot of sufferings. He used to harass the deities, and also is called like the god of the death. If that was the case, then today all of us would have been enjoying life, free of sufferings and sorrow. Why still we are suffering today, even today? Tell us, Bhaiji. And also, that means he is not dead, he is alive in one of the other form. And third one, did he really exist in human figure with 10 heads? Or is just a symbolic referring to the present time period or time situation? Please.
Okay. Let's move forward. I've got the laptop here, and I just opened up two slides, two presentations, just to give you more of an understanding what is happening in the world today. But firstly, we need to understand that Ravan is an incognito energy. Incognito meaning that you cannot see, but he is there. Yeah? But people regard him as a human form. Yeah? But as we move down the presentation, we will see the better picture of Ravan and Rama. So, there are three incognito energies. First, it is us. We are the spiritual being, the soul, which is not visible to the gross eyes. Yeah? And Rama is the positive power. So, he is also incognito, but he is referred to as the creator of the new world order, which is Satyuga. And from then onwards, the world begins to deteriorate. Yeah? So, today, there is suffering in every home, every town, every city, every country. This is how people feel today. Yeah?
What is all about Bhaiji?
Being pulled by the negative and also pulled by the positive. Yeah? So, everyone is feeling this pull today, but the more people try to perform bhakti or become spiritual, Ravan is attacking more and more and more. But this, however, is totally normal, because when you try to become positive, of course, yes, the negative force does not want you to leave. Yeah? It's like a divorce situation. So when you begin to marry Rama, Ravan is going to get very angry. So what do you think he's going to do? What do you think he's going to do?
You will be
Yeah, he will take revenge. He will want to take revenge on you. So firstly, we need to understand that as we try to become positive and spiritually inclined, Rama is going to bash you. Ravan is going to bash you, because you are falling in love with Rama. So, I want to show you the other slide, the cycle, because this is the cycle of 5,000 years. The first 2,500 years is Rama's kingdom, and the second 2,500 years is Ravan's kingdom.
That you mean to say Ravan was not existing during the contemporary time of Rama?
Ravan cannot exist in Satyuga and Treta Yuga. That is Rama's kingdom, the kingdom of the deities. And which country do you think the deities were born? Which country?
Definitely, it is the Bharat,
Yes.
India.
So, Bharat is only one land that becomes heaven, the kingdom of the deities, the Garden of Eden, the Garden of Allah. But after 2,500 years, it starts to deteriorate and we come down the ladder. Because deities have entered Ravan's kingdom, and what is happening? Ravan starts to attack in the second 2,500 years. Duality, religions, conflict. Yeah? And I will explain as we move further down the line. So, let us take a careful look at this symbolic of the meaning of Ravan. Yeah? So, Dushera is a very special occasion in Bharat.
Yeah.
And I heard it's more celebrated in the state or city of Mysore in Karnataka.
Yeah, that's true.
And they celebrate with very great splendor. And eminent people go and enjoy this festival. But some people think that this is a celebration for Ravan, but not over victory, over defeat of Ravan. There is some misunderstanding somewhere along the line. Because each soul is a spiritual being and they have a choice.
Yeah.
Okay? To make a choice between positive or negative, or Rama or Ravan. But through spirituality, we learn to make the correct choices. Now, I've got a picture here And I want to show you that what people really do and how they burn him. Look at this picture. Yeah? So they really burn Ravan, this 10-headed figure.
Yeah.
And this 10-headed figure is such that people think, yes, there was a person with 10 heads. But this is a symbolic of the 5 vices of man and the 5 vices of woman. And this is why there are relationship problems between couples today, whether it's girlfriend, boyfriend, husband and wife. Divorce rate is increasing because they do not know how to harmonize their sanskaras in relation to these 5 vices of man and 5 vices of woman. Have you heard of these problems? Because you've been counseling, right? And you would have come across many relationship problems.
Yeah, many. Nowadays, though, it's increasing, keep increasing, Bhaiji.
Yes. So it's for the simple reason that people don't understand the 5 vices of man and the 5 vices of woman.
That means you mean to say Ravan is existing all over the world. He was not just in Sri Lanka or Lanka as it is shown in the scriptures.
Yes. Kurukshetra does not refer to just one town or one state. Kurukshetra is the battlefield. This whole Lanka is this whole island of this land mass. So it's misinterpreted for Sri Lanka. But the story in the scriptures are such that they talk about Rama, Ravan and Sita.
Yeah.
So in this unlimited Lanka, all human souls are Sitas from one Rama. Yeah? So the symbolic meaning of Ravan cannot take God's wife. God is incognito. Ravan is incognito. But the way the scriptures put it...
And what about Sita? Sita is also incognito?
Sita are all souls. Souls are incognito. You cannot see them with the visible eyes. But they can feel God's power. They can feel Ravan's power. But they have to make the choice. So each Sita...
You mean to say a soul, whether it is in male body or female body,
yes,
referred to as Sitas?
Because a soul is neither male nor female. It takes the gender in the womb of the pregnant mother. Yeah, because the soul comes from the soul world Paramdam. Yeah, from Param Pita, Paramatma. And when he sends the souls down, he sends them very pure. And this is why they say a child is equal to God. Because he has come down pure. But who do you think makes these sanskaras negative? Who do you think? Who do you think poisons the child's mind as the child grows up? Who feeds the child non-veg?
It's definitely child's parents.
Yeah. First, it's the parents, then the peer pressure, then the friends, relatives, whoever these children join. So this is why the father says, Rama says, God Shiva is also Rama. Yeah? Hence the term Shiv Jayanti, because God takes birth in Bharat to create the deities. Yeah? Ravan,
but people here in India, they think Rama, the God who was existing in Treta Yuga, who incarnated as one of the incarnations of Vishnu. But can God really exist in human form?
Okay.
Because it is how...
I just want to show you the cycle again. God only comes once in a cycle, once in 5,000 years, at the end of the cycle, to put right what has gone wrong, to put right what Ravan has done. Yeah? Because Ravan has caused a lot of corruption for the souls of Bharat. This whole history and the play is about Bharat. When Bharat falls, the world falls. When Bharat picks up, the world picks up. So, God has come at the end of the cycle to change devils into deities. Yeah?
Devils, you mean to say we all are in the world, people are devils?
All
How you
Sitas
can
now have become vicious. Not all, but there's a handful of some fair, very pure bhakti souls. Yeah? But majority of them,
why you term them as devils?
because this play is between the devils and deities. Yeah? When I meant devils, it means, devils mean that a soul has absorbed so much of Ravan's character. They become vicious. Vicious comes from the word vices. Yeah? So they've lost their virtues. And this land was the highest land that God has given the people of Bharat. Virtues to live an elevated life. Now at the end of the cycle, these virtues have become vices. They lost their spiritual power. So devils, there is no such human being as a devil. Devil simply means vices. Yeah? So the misunderstanding, people think, oh, devil with long nails and, no, that's not a devil. Devil means you got corrupted qualities.
Like?
You lost your values. Corruption. And let me show you these vices. There are 5 major vices. And these vices slowly give rise to little devils or little vices. Yeah, the little children. So what we have to do, but remember, what is vices? Vices are attractions or repulsions. If succumb to, will cause someone unhappiness, pain, sorrow or suffering. But once a vice gets into you, they don't just go away. You have to do something about it. Because a negative force, a negative energy enters the mind first. How it enters? Through your 5 sense organs.
Yeah.
And which is the worst sense organ?
It's definitely eyes.
Yeah.
Your eyes.
What you see is what you want. And this is the danger. Yeah? It's an attraction, and this is why advertising...
But I want you to tell about these vices, Bhaiji. Please mention them so that our viewers can understand what exactly...
Let's move to the slide. 1 second. Okay. These are the 5 vices. I wonder if this print is going to show... It's showing in reverse.
Yeah.
It's showing in reverse. So I think I should make some adjustment to the camera so it can see the pictures, the writing. But anyway, the first vice is sex lust. Yeah? When this vice starts, it starts at the 2,500 year mark. This one world, one religion, one ocean, one land, one culture, the deity religion, was in the first 2,500 years. When the Krishna soul, the Radha and Krishna soul, are the first ones to become pure. At the 2,500 year mark, they're the first ones to become impure. This is why they say Adam and Eve had eaten the forbidden fruit. And the world splits into countries, continents and islands. Then Ravan kingdom starts. Yeah? With sex lust comes the second vice, which is anger. Do you really think people like angry people?
No, nobody likes to be angry. Or...
Yes. So the important thing is to understand the first one is the major one that gives rise to anger. then it gives rise to greed. So, what is the major corruption today in Bharat? For everything that you do, people want something.
In
Yeah?
return. They are doing everything in expectation of money, to earn money.
Yes.
A lot of greed is there.
So where's the charity? So this is attack of Ravan.
But what is the main cause for these 5 vices, Vaj? The root cause.
Okay. The soul has come down 5,000 years. Exactly 4,984 years this year. We're reaching through 5,000 year mark.
But you know, according to scriptures, this cycle, duration of the cycle has been mentioned or given many years, hundreds of thousands of years. And how our viewers can understand it's often only 5,000 years?
Okay, I'm going to tell you a very special secret. The world cycle only goes on for 5,000 years. Yeah? Man wrote the scriptures, God never wrote the scriptures.
Yeah.
But the Gita is the true scripture, the mother of all scriptures, which is spoken by God Shiva here in Bharat. This period is the most auspicious confluence age. This is the Gita episode where God is actually speaking. And God creates the Brahma Kumari's world spiritual university. And He gives us this knowledge and says to us that this is 84th Shiv Jayanti. The last 100 years of the cycle, God descends into this physical plane in the land of Bharat, hence the term Shiv Jayanti. So, God has given us the ordinance to now become pure, to let go of Ravan's qualities, especially the 5 vices. First one, sex lust. Second one, anger. Third one, greed. Fourth one, attachment. And the 5th one?
Ego.
Ego. You know what ego has done to the world? Because of one man's ego, millions suffered. Take example Hitler. Take example Idi Amin in Uganda. Yeah? Same with attachment. Attachment follows by greed. When someone has a lot of money, is attached to this money, he cannot let go. Whether he got it the right way or the wrong way, at the end he says...
He has also, person is also attached to his body, his relatives, his property. And not only just, it doesn't mean that it is followed by greed.
Yes, types of attachment, not necessarily greed. But someone could be greedy in a different way. Greed for lust, greed for material things. Yeah. I'm attached to my wife, I'm attached to my girlfriend, I'm not satisfied. Attachment creates a different complex as well in the mind. So, the Father is teaching us. Rama is teaching us. God Shiva is teaching us. The Creator of heaven is teaching us here in the Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual University that these 5 vices made man deteriorate. It's now time to let go of these vices and take power from the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, and give this power to the whole world. In order to go to heaven, we have to become viceless and take the virtues from Shiv Baba, our Divine Father. And this is how God changes humans or devils into deities.
You mean to say, it is also told in the scriptures that God, Rama, beheaded Ravana.
Very good point.
Then how he is going to be beheaded? Whether through us, or he is asking us to giving us a knowledge through which we can overcome this evil powers that are there inside?
I will show you this picture. This is the art of beheading. Yeah, and we have a goddess with the 4 arms holding this sword. Yeah, in a spiritual perspective, people took beheading to be a physical aspect.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not so. Beheading is actually a spiritual aspect. Yeah, so remembrance is the sharp edge of the sword. But remembrance of whom? Father Shiva, the creator, also known as Allah, Jehovah, the supreme soul, the supreme being. Yeah, is the father of all souls in this universe. So he is teaching us the remembrance. The remembrance is the sharp edge of the sword, which will take off each head at a time of Ravan. But this is a subtle aspect. It's a spiritual aspect. So with this remembrance, you can fight sex lust, you can fight anger, you can fight greed, you can fight attachment, and you can fight ego. You can take them off completely. And this is when you gain victory over Ravan. You defeat Ravan. And only when you defeat Ravan, you can celebrate the true Diwali.
Dushera.
Yeah, Dushera and Diwali.
Diwali.
Yeah, because Diwali is when every soul is lit up with the consciousness of the Divine Father. And this is when peace, happiness, prosperity, love, bliss, truth, purity, power is instilled in the soul. But now everyone is experiencing the opposite due to Ravan. So this is a technique and a trick to fight Ravan.
Okay, thank you, Bhaiji.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Om Shanti.
We are so happy to know that in real way how Dushera can be celebrated, because all due to all these vices what we have got, we are suffering and a lot of sorrow is there. Only through God's meditation we can overcome these vices and gain victory. Bhaiji,
Yes.
but I want you to give a small commentary for our viewers so that they can also remember God to defeat Maya in them or Ravana in them.
Would you like to do the commentary?
You do it, no, Bhaiji, because it's good.
Okay.
Very short commentary.
Okay, let us sit up straight and let us focus our mind on the center of our forehead and bring into our awareness that we are a spiritual being, we are a soul, I am a soul, I'm a shiny star, a sparkling star on the center of the forehead. And I now fly away from the cage of this body, flying up into the deep blue sky, passing the moon, the sun and the stars. And as I fly, I reach a region of subtle golden red divine light, known as Brahm or Brahmloka, Shantidam or Nirvana, but commonly known as the sweet silent home of all souls and the Supreme Soul. I am now seated in front of my Divine Father, the Creator of heaven, my Shiv Baba. And as I concentrate on my Divine Father, a brilliant shiny star, I see this light emanating from my Divine Father, and I bathe in this light. And I'm aware through this method of Raja Yoga meditation, all my sins of the past